Hey guys, I'm Baron J67, the RPG Gamer, and today I will be helping you figure out if Cyberpunk 2077 will be worth your time and your money. I create content with busy gamers in mind, for gamers who have the passion and a love for gaming but lack the free time. If this sounds like you, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification button so you don't miss any future content. Now let's get right into it. Alright guys, let's start with some basics. Cyberpunk 2077 will be releasing on December 10th, 2020 on PC, current gen consoles, next gen consoles, excluding the Nintendo Switch. Now, it's developed and published by the same company that brought you the Witcher video game series, and that's CD Projekt Red. Now, let's start with some things that you absolutely need to know before jumping into Cyberpunk 2077. First and foremost, this game is a RPG role-playing game. This is gonna have stats, tiered gear and weapons. It's gonna have skill checks. From what I can see from gameplay, and which you'll be able to check out as well, you can go and find across the internet. Yes, it's going to be an action RPG. Yes, you're going to be able to run around, shoot, get in a melee, light melee combat, this, that, and the third. That is there available for you. But this is an RPG experience. I'm guessing there's going to be leveling. You're going to be boosting your skills and stats, whether it's through buying different gear and augmenting your body. But this is an RPG game. So once you get that in your mind, that should let you know, like, this is not Call of Duty. This is not Battlefield. This is closer to Deus Ex, which I'll talk more about in a second. But this game is based off of a tabletop game that was created by Mike Pondsmith called Cyberpunk, or Cyberpunk 2020, if I'm not mistaken. That's how it's referred to. So it's going to be very lore heavy. The game will be enjoyable without knowing all the background information from what I can see, but knowing a lot of the background from the Cyberpunk tabletop game and just in general about the world will give you a lot of just more understanding, and we're dealing with CD Projekt Red, so they also do a good job of presenting a game that stands alone on its own. And when, for example, I'm thinking of The Witcher 3, which they're clearly the same people who made that. With The Witcher 3, a lot of people haven't read the books, the short stories and whatnot, but they still enjoyed that game. So I'm assuming that you'll be able to just jump into Cyberpunk 2077 and enjoy and play the game. Now, just to do some house cleaning, I guess, I want to set some things. I want to say something straight. Cut. Okay, I doubt this will be a top class first person shooter game. The shooting mechanics on the from the gameplay that I've seen, it looks comparable to Deus Ex. Now, Deus Ex, I believe the most recent one came out 2 years ago. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, if I'm not mistaken. And I highly recommend those who are on the fence, go check that out. This game, Cyberpunk 2077, it is a first person, 100%, as the developers have said, 100% first person, which means even though you're doing a lot of heavy character customization and you're doing different augments and set your character up and look in different ways, this, that, and the third, and you can spend a lot of time in the character creation, you're not really going to see yourself, I'm guessing, unless you look in the reflections or you experience cinematic moments, which I don't know how much of those moments are going to be outside of your field of, first person field of view. But in saying that, when it comes to the gameplay and combat, I think you'll be disappointed if you're going in expecting Call of Duty or Battlefield level shooting. The shooting is, I'm gonna say this a lot, the game is going to from what I've seen, and as somebody who's played Deus Ex, it's gonna really mirror Deus Ex. And that's not a bad thing for those who understand what they're going into. It's an RPG game. It is a first-person combat and light melee, heavy shooter experience. So knowing that if you can enjoy or have enjoyed Deus Ex, I think you're on the right path. But melee, once again, melee is going to be basic. I doubt it's going to be something really heavy and intricate. I hope it is, but I seriously doubt it. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of basic attacks with a lot of quick time or heavy cinematic finishers. That's what I'm imagining, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And you know, who knows, because this is CD Projekt Red's first person experience, so maybe all these delays had to do a lot with trying to focus on that type of stuff. This game,
2,000 years later,
I just want people to know that it's going to be a lot of time to put into this game. I feel like there's going to be, like, story wise, I'm expecting on the low end 40 hours. I'm expecting a 40-hour campaign, and that's maybe with you like rushing through it. Now, overall, do I recommend this game? If you have played any of the Deus Ex games, like I've been saying throughout this whole video, yes, go, and if you enjoyed it, go and pick up this game. Buy it day one. Give it a solid chance. Give it the college try. And I feel like if you go in with the expectations of something similar to Deus Ex and that you enjoyed, you will be pleased. I think because we know CD Projekt Red is really good with stories. They're really good with missions. The Witcher series had some great side stories and great main story missions and pacing. Like it was a lot to do, and it didn't feel like fetch quest. They don't do very many, if any, fetch quests. So knowing that, I feel like every little thing is going to be a heavy story that's gonna drive you forward and keep you wanting more. Now, if you did not play, or let me rephrase, if you did not enjoy any of the Deus Ex games, I don't recommend this one. I really don't. As big as it is, all the commercials it's getting, Keanu Reeves, this, that, and the third, I really recommend you go and either wait until the game is heavily on sale, or go and watch a lot of live streams and gameplay once the game releases, and really take time out and watch people play and see if that's something you would enjoy. Because, as a first-person RPG experience, especially a shooter RPG experience, it's hard for me to imagine more than, like I've been saying, Deus Ex. And oddly enough, I haven't seen very much like mainstream comparison of Cyberpunk 2077 to Deus Ex series. And maybe it's because the Deus Ex games are a little older, but at the same time, it's crazy because they're world-wise, they're very similar worlds, futuristic, technical, augmented humans, borderline cyborg, full-blown cyborgs. Like it's a very similar world, mega corporations taking over, this, that, and the third, like I keep saying. But I just want people out here to know what they're walking into, or at least have a solid idea of what they're walking into. Because like me, I can buy the games I want to buy, but I don't have the time to play them all. So I would hate for somebody to go and pick up this game and go in expecting one thing and getting something totally different. Because I know they're really selling the action portion of the game, but this game at its core is an RPG game made by a developer who heavily focuses on RPG storytelling experiences. So I'm Baron J67. Please, please, please make sure to subscribe and drop a comment and let me know what other type of games what games are you actually looking forward to that are coming up. We got the new consoles. Let me know what console you guys are going to pick up. Let's just talk about it down below and tell me what aspect of Cyberpunk you are really looking forward to. Like what, or if you're not looking forward to it at all, if you just, you just are a big Keanu Reeves fan or you don't care at all, just let me know below. Check out this video that's going to be popping up on the screen, and much love. Peace.